Hi, welcome to my December review. December's a more challenging month because we have a lot of squares and a lot of oppositions to contend with over the month. We start off with an opposition between Venus and Mars. Now Mars, if you remember, has just recently turned retrograde and is retrograde in your 12th house. So Venus makes a positive aspect to Saturn, and these three combine together, and this will help you to understand and to know what you need to do. This will pinpoint any duties and obligations you have to that Mars retrograde, and this is to do with service to others without anything in return, any reward, and without any grudges or resentments. So you'll have signs and indications of how you can work with this over the coming weeks. Another powerful opposition in the second is between Pluto and the black moon Lilith. Now Pluto governs the underworld, and the black moon represents our shadow side. So you can understand here that there may be things that come up from beneath, buried things, hidden things. And this could be a time when it could be very challenging for relationships. You have Pluto in that 7th house of relationships, so there could be some power plays going on as well with the black moon in opposition. And these two will highlight any weaknesses, any falsities that are within your relationship, and if these are exposed, then it could cause problems. Now if you're in a very good relationship, this will make it even more harmonious. This will allow you to delve deeper into things and perhaps strengthen your bond. Then on the following day, on the 3rd, we have an aspect between the Sun and Chiron. Now Chiron's in that 10th house. This is a great day to show off your talent, show what you can do, and let people see what abilities you have. Venus makes a square to Neptune on the 4th, and then Neptune immediately moves into direct motion. This is in your 9th house. So Venus will give a softened approach. Venus will stir the creativity, and you'll also have a burst of faith and belief in the fact that you can do what you want to do, and this will help you tremendously. We also have a square from Mercury to Jupiter, so this will again give you a positive boost of thought. Then on the 8th we have our full moon. This is a full moon in Gemini. Gemini's in your 12th house. So this is a time when you need to reflect and to maybe just step back from things a little bit, and you'll be able to look at what was brought up with that Pluto black moon aspect. If there has anything right, it's time to reflect on that. And with the full moon in Gemini, it's time to think differently about things, change your opinion slightly so that you see things in a different light, and then this will affect your behaviour and your decision making going forward. Now be true to yourself, because Mars has an opposition from the Sun, so don't be pulled away from your gut feelings and your instincts. Venus makes a square to Jupiter on the 9th. This is the most agreeable aspect, and this could afford you the luxury of going shopping or going out enjoying yourself, but just be careful you don't overindulge. The Sun makes a positive aspect to Saturn on the 12th, and this is great for organisation because the Sun is in your 6th house of work and everyday routines. This is a good time to organise things and perhaps look for some more work, and try and formulate a plan so that you can get things going a bit quicker now. Then on the 14th there's a little bit of a blip. It might be a crisis of faith because the Sun makes a square to Neptune, so there could be a temporarily low day here where you're not motivated and your vitality isn't as normal, but this will soon pass. There is an interesting combination on the 15th as Mercury makes an aspect to Chiron, who's in that 10th house, but also makes aspects to the Moon's nodes, which is fine, but the Moon's south node is in your 5th house of love, makes a conjunction with Cupido, and Cupido can fire those arrows. So it could be a time when with the south node that someone, a past lover, gets in touch or turns up, and this could be quite a shock, this could be a surprise, and it may take some deal of thought and contemplation as to what you do. Now the North Node is our way forward. This is in the 11th house. This is the house of friends, aims and goals for the future. So maybe it's time to think about the future rather than be pulled back into the past. Then on the 17th we have Mars making an aspect to Chiron. This is a great time to heal. If you're feeling exhausted or tired, this is a great time to heal, especially if you've been overworking with Chiron in that 10th house. There's been a lot going on in that area, so use this time wisely. The next 7 days this aspect lasts to heal and get yourself back up to full strength. On the 19th, Venus makes the same configuration as Mercury did on the 15th. So again, the situation could be expanded, and again it could be desires and love that was expressed for someone in the past that comes back to haunt you now. But don't forget, you've got to pull away, got to go towards that North Node, and that's a spiritual way forward. Then the following day, the 21st, there's an opportunity to pull away and to expand and grow, because the Sun makes a square to Jupiter. And this will give you the impetus, this will give you the kick that you need to actually get on and do things and make things better for yourself. The Sun moves into your opposite sign of Capricorn on the 22nd and immediately forms a new moon. Now, this is a very powerful new moon at 1 degree of Capricorn. This is your opposite sign, so this is very much going to affect you. This is a great time to draw on your strength. Your ambition will be ignited, and you'll have passion and desire, and it's a very practical energy as well, so you've got to get on and get things done. But also the concentration will be on others, more on them than it is yourself, so you also need to keep that balance and don't get too over involved. But it's a great 2 weeks now to maybe set your intentions ready for next year. Plan ahead. Do the New Year's resolutions now rather than leaving it another couple of weeks. And this energy will be surely there for you to take advantage of and make the most of. Also on the 23rd, Chiron, the healing planet, moves direct. Now, Chiron's been in your 10th house for some months now, and with it moving or starting to move direct and forward now, this is a great time to harness that energy. Now, this will be related to your career and destiny, and it could be a time now that this stirs your ambitions as well as the new moon, and that you start to think big, aim big, don't be put down by people. It's time to also reorganize yourself. It may feel like parts of you are coming back together, like pieces of the jigsaw falling back into place. And this will be great because this will give you a real boost. Between the 24th and 28th, Venus and Mercury slowly come together, and they both make aspects to Neptune. So this will ignite your creativity and your imagination, but also there'll be a great desire for romance. Now, following this, on the 29th, Mercury goes retrograde and will be retrograde for 3 weeks. Now, if you remember, Mercury is now in your 7th house, and so this is a time to build bridges within relationships, repair any disagreements, and you can work on this and build stronger ties over the next 3 weeks so that you'll gain the benefit when Mercury goes direct. And then to finish, on the 31st, we have a real intense and passionate day as Venus and Pluto come together. And this is a day when your desires will be very strong. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll look forward to seeing you next month when we're going to look at the year ahead.